Hello, everybody. This is Frankie from the Bosque Mobile Bicycle Repair Podcast. Today, I am going to be talking about the problems with buying bicycles online or direct to consumer bicycles. I'm going to be referring to them as short as DTC. Um, yeah, we're going to be talking about things or factors you should consider before buying those bicycles online. You know, a lot of times people don't know the issue or until they actually receive the bicycle at their house or location. So let's jump right into it. I had a comment on YouTube about bike fit. Now that is an issue to a fact to consider before you are buying a bicycle online. Does that bicycle fit you? How do you know? Buying a bicycle, you have to know your measurements. Your measurements. Can you go? Sometimes, like for me, sometimes I like to try things in person before I buy them, such as clothes. I can't buy clothes online. I have to, unless I know for sure that I've that that size from that manufacturer that fits me. So bicycles are like the same thing. Some manufacturers put a lot of good bike fit information on their website. Some don't. So that's a factor to consider when you're going to choose which manufacturer you're going to buy the bicycle from. Does that manufacturer have you know dimensions of each size of their bicycle? So that's the problem when buying a bicycle online. Unless it is a step through bicycle with an adjustable stem that can be a threadless or threaded stem. Cruiser bicycles, cruiser type bikes. Um, these type of bicycles are becoming extremely popular with e-bikes. I've noticed that. I work on a lot of e-bikes. Um, you know, there a lot of the manufacturers are making them as step through design. Step through design. Um, Two reasons that manufacturers are making them is because they can fit a larger variety of body types with fewer size models. So if I'm a manufacturer, I don't have to make 5 different sizes for 5 different body types, for most of the body types. I can save money and make only 3 different sizes step through bicycles. And that can fit a wider range of people, which is good. I don't have that shouldn't be there's nothing wrong with that. You can save money, and you can sell to a larger variety of people. Now, if you don't know what a step through bicycle is, Google it. I'll put it up right here in the picture right here. But it's those bikes. They're commonly referred to as a girl's bike or a woman's bike. They have a little, downslope to it. But anyways, those were actually made. The reason why they made those type of bikes was because women used to wear dresses, and then if a woman, the woman could ride a dress with that bike. Also, a woman didn't have to sling her leg over the top of a bike and expose, kind of people could see under her skirt or dress or something. It's just a fun fact. Uh, a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, they're comfortable. They're more comfortable to ride. For people to ride because they're in the upright position. You're not in a slouched position, with your hands extended and your shoulders all scrunched and your back bent over. You're more upright. You're more comfortable. So that's why they've become more extremely popular these days. A lot of older people choose to ride them, because they can get off on and off the bicycle easier. Even people who are not older, they just don't have good balance. They can get off and on that bicycle a whole lot easier. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, you know, Um, yeah, so yeah, people 45 and older are they are the biggest buyers of e-bikes and bicycles, in my opinion. I've seen, most of my customers are 45 and older, so that's why I work on them a lot. I work on, you know, step through bikes, a lot of designs. You can see my social media posts. Uh, but yeah, like I said, in the past they were considered a women's bike, but times have changed. Women and men ride them. The step through bicycles are marketed and sold to both men and women, or all genders. Most cyclists are recreational riders, so step through bicycles are the best choice. So the conclusion is, if you're buying a step through bicycle, having an in person bike fit should not be necessary if the manufacturer lists detailed bike fit information. Um, like people who are a certain height or arm length can ride this bicycle. Usually they have three different sizes or maybe four, who knows. The stem adjusts so it can bring the handlebars closer or further away from the cyclist. I have built these bicycles and I have not had a complaint from the customer about bicycle fit. So those I hardly get an issue about bike fit with those bikes. Um, but yeah, just Google. Let me see if you can. I'll put it on my. Let me search adjustable bicycle. If you search adjustable uh, bicycle stem. Yeah, look at that stem. Yeah, if you just search bicycle adjustable stem, you'll see what it is I'm talking about. There's a quill stem, the threaded and the threadless stem. A quill stem is a threaded stem. A threadless stem is the one that clamps on. It's a more modern style. But those a lot of times people will put those on the bike that they have so they can sit in the upright position. Because it's they're uncomfortable. So they're starting to make those a lot. Those are coming on bikes already, like recreational bicycles. So those are, yeah, those are, you know, very very comfortable for a comfortable position. And let's see here, what else I was going to talk about. So yeah, the bike fit. Now for regular framed bicycles that are not regular framed bicycles that are not step through is a lot more complicated. You should get a bike fit, but unfortunately, most of the businesses that do bike fits are bike shops. They'll try to sell you um, a bike from their shop, or persuade you from not buying online. Some shops will probably get a. I know some. Actually, I know for a fact that some shops are going to get mad that you're buying a bicycle online. Um, like I said, I don't have nothing against buying bikes online. It's the future. Get with the program. Bike shops don't want to do that, then hey, that's their problem. Me, I'm a mobile business and I don't sell bikes, so whatever. Um, but yeah, it's unfortunate because even I've caught every bike shop in the city I worked in, not this city, but another one. When I started in every bike shop, I met at least one person that had bought a bike that didn't fit them from that shop, and that was from all those shops in the area. I'm not saying it happened all the time, but it did happen. Um, and some of them were high end shops that did bike fits. So it's very unfortunate. So you need to do your research. You need to go online and you need to just learn basic fit. The most important measurement is from the center of the bottom bracket to the top of the seat tube, not the seat post, the seat tube. That's the magic measurement. I'm not going to say it's you know, the only measurement, but that's the one for your leg extension. That's the one that you're gonna, you know, you don't have to adjust that seat post too high or too low because you got that dimension in. You can adjust it because you don't want to be hurting your knees, damaging your knees if the bike is too tall or too short. You can, especially if you're older. Sorry, I always talk about older people, but that's my market, that's my customers. But you don't want to be hurting your knees, especially if you just got knee surgery. You don't want to be, doing any more damage to your knees. Even though I've sold people, I'm like, you need to lower that seat post a little bit more, or raise it up, and they're like, no, I feel comfortable. I'm like, all right, you feel comfortable? Hey, if they feel comfortable, they feel comfortable. But yeah, just get that fit in. Just educate yourself. When it comes to the reach, I doubt you're gonna buy a bicycle that's the perfect reach for you. If it's a regular bicycle, you're not gonna have an adjustable stem on it, and if you want to put an adjustable stem on it, that's fine. Uh, some bikes shouldn't have one on there, and if it's carbon fiber, you shouldn't be putting an adjustable stem on there, and that's what I'm gonna say. Uh, if it's other, it depends. But I've bought a lot of different stems. Like on my mountain bike, I have a little short stem. There's no bike that's going to come with that type of stem on it because I got, so I had to buy it and replace it, So that's what's going to cost money with the regular bike is kind of dialing it in. It can cost a lot more to adjust it to your fit. That's the fact. That's a sad fact about it. But if when it comes to the reach, yeah, you're gonna probably be spending some money on adjusting that if you don't have an adjustable stem. So, but yeah, like I said, that's the one measurement you need to consider is from the bottom bracket to the top of the seat tube. I'll put a link in the description where you can kind of, I can show you, or some place where they can teach you how to find that measurement. But usually that I don't know what's wrong with my headphones here. Yeah, this jack is headphone jack is all messed up. Somebody hitting it too much over here. Sorry about that. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So that measurement's gonna be in centimeters. Uh, everywhere else around the world uses metric, but some manufacturers will display the measurement in inches because it is marketed in America. This measurement will sometimes be printed on a sticker and placed on the seat tube near the location where bike shops put their logo sticker. That is the only measurement that I look at. The other measurements can be adjusted by moving the bicycle seat and changing the stem or quill stem. And like I said, learn about basic bicycle fit. Something I haven't tried before, but you should try it. I'm gonna try it too. I go to this gym that gets a stationary bicycle, but use a stationary bicycle, like a gym stationary bicycle, the one that pretty nice one that can adjust the seat post and the reach, and get another person. Get another person with a ruler or tape measure or that flexible tailor's tape, and try to get your measurements from you using that stationary gym bicycle, or you can also get it from the gym bicycle. I know there's a way you got to be able to do it. I'm gonna make a video about that and try to get my fit dialed in. But yeah, just get a feel for how far close your arms should be from you, how high you should be from that. Your seat post should be from the bottom bracket. Like and when you're testing it out, ride the average amount of time that you would if you're riding a regular bicycle. So don't just jump on there for 2 minutes riding the stationary bicycle and go, oh yeah, that's my fit. Yeah, I could ride it for like, I don't know, as long as you can, 10 minutes, half an hour. And then if you start feeling discomfort, in that position, hey, oh, my arms are too scrunched up. I got to extend them out more, or my knees are riding too high. So a stationary bike, one that adjusts, has all adjustments on it, is a pretty good way to learn about how you're gonna feel, riding a bicycle. Do you want it more upright position? You know, Most of you are just recreational cyclists. You should just get a one that's more like an upright position. Um, but if you want to be Tour de France, and you want to be all leaned over, hey, by all means do it. But yeah, those guys are no pain, no gain. Let's see. I wrote all this stuff down. Sorry about the first episode. I was tired. I didn't even. I was trying to just do a freestyle there. So yeah, I would get that measurement if you do. I mean, you can get it in centimeters, or I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it's in centimeters, millimeters. I guess so forgetful sometimes. But you can do conversion charts online. Um, they don't really sell tape measures in centimeters or millimeters. I do have one, but I had to buy it online, special order. So, but if you just got something in imperial, measure it and then put it in a conversion online conversion table. They're free. But yeah, it's all about knowing your comfort level. But a good manufacturer will have a detailed guide on their bicycles and fit. Check their return policy. If it doesn't fit you, then return it. If they put out some information like it fits everybody who's, you know, 5'7" to 5'10", and it doesn't, because then they should take the bike back. But our bodies are so different. I mean, there's been people who are taller than me, and they have the same leg length as me, and they're just all torso. So, and but there's a famous quote. There's a famous study that people, when they talk about body types and bike fits, that's it's a world famous military study. Um, the military, I think it was the U.S. Air Force that did this study because their pilots couldn't, not all of them could fly the jets because they couldn't reach the controls, or they didn't fit in the cockpit. So what they did was they tried to find the average body size. The average arm length, the average leg length, the average torso length, and they did this with a lot of different people. They're measuring a lot of different people. They found out there is none. I think 1% was at, like, there was a body fit that was 1% average. Like, out of all the people, it was 1%. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but there was no average body, no average arm length, leg length, or height. There was not there. It doesn't exist. It's a fun fact. It's kind of cool though. I like it. We're not all the same. Uh, Even though, but yeah. But check your yeah, check the website. They should have like, if it's a regular bicycle, they should have all the frame dimensions, the reach. They should have all of that stuff. They should have all those dimensions. Now, if it's a step through bicycle, I don't know about that. Um, It'll probably be more or less information because it can just fit a wide variety of body types. Most of you, well, I live in Denver right now, so a lot of people ride those Lime bikes, and they're a step through bicycle. It's like a upright position, so they're comfortable. I've ridden it; it's pretty comfortable. It's just like an upright, like a looks like a chopper, like a Harley with the monkey bars. But those are so comfortable. They're fun to ride. Uh, I don't have one, but because I don't. They're kind of bulky. That's the downfall about them. Is they're big. They're big, and they're if you're transporting them, like I jump on the bus or the light rail and I throw my bike up. They're lighter too, so that's why I don't ride them. But I'm not against them. If I had the space and money for one, I'd get a step through bike and go ride around with it. But I don't. So, anyways, oh yeah, another thing. I'll talk about this. So some people are concerned about buying from your local. Buy local. You always hear that. Buy local. Buy local. Buy local. Uh, if you pay a bike shop for a bike fit, then you are spending money at your local bike shop or your local business. The bike shop should be grateful he's getting some business with his outdated business model. You can get a bike fit from your local mobile bicycle repair business, such as me, or the one that's near you, wherever you live. I'm only in one city. I'm a one-man band, so you can't always buy from me. Um, so you can spend money at your local mobile bicycle repair business. Uh, a bike shop or a mobile bicycle repair business makes money if you hire them to assemble and tune up your direct to consumer bicycle. So they could still make money off of your online purchase or transaction. So I know some people are like, or some bike shops are like, support your local. Oh, my business, I'm losing business. A bike shop is an outdated business model. Business survival is adapt or die. So they want to cry, they want to keep crying. So that's their problem, you know. They in the city, and when I was in Albuquerque, the bike shops didn't even want to touch direct to consumer bicycles. Well, as far as I know, everybody was coming to me. They were coming to me, and because they wouldn't, the bike shops wouldn't touch them. Most of them, and I know one of them that was real picky about any bikes they wanted to. They were very picky about online bikes or even cheap Walmart bikes. And eventually, they were losing so much business, they started doing it. They started fixing those bikes, and then they just went out of business. They just because they were treating people bad. But yeah, bike shops should be doing bike fits. They shouldn't be concerned about. Um, yeah, like I said, you can be supporting them. You know, I like it. I'm for direct to consumer. I buy stuff online. Everybody buys stuff online. Even bike shops buy stuff online. But it's the future, man. Mobile bicycle repair is the future. That's why I'm doing this right here. Top content creator. I'm the top mobile bicycle repair content creator in the world. Anyways, enough about. But like I said, yeah, okay. I was gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little something. I was a member of the MBDA, is the National Bicycle Dealers Association. I didn't sell bikes, but I joined them because I just wanted to be, part of that and learn from others. Um, I'm no longer a member, partly because they were always trying to sell me stuff I didn't need. But the organization was talking about a business model and trying to get manufacturers to work with bike shops and bike shops to work with manufacturers on this new type of business model where they would not sell the bicycle, the direct to consumer bicycle, but they would have different models and different sizes on their floor to showcase them and to let customers take a test ride the bicycle. So, for example, I have a bike shop. There's this bike company I want to work with. They send me over their a couple of models, couple of different sizes. I have them on my floor. People come in the shop. They go, I want to buy that bike. Just tell them I don't sell the bicycle, but you can test ride it, whatever size fits you. You like that model. Um, you can buy, well, you can buy it directly from the manufacturer. Now, why would a bike shop do that? What in the end? How are they gonna make money? How am I gonna make? You know, am I? I don't get it. Like, how am I gonna make? Why would I do that for them when they're gonna go buy it from the manufacturer? Well, you get a cut. You get a percentage of that. So, of course, there's a lot of what do they call affiliate marketing now? Affiliate marketing, or a lot of the YouTubers, they go, "Oh, buy this product, use my coupon code." That's how they know that 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 YouTuber, when they went and bought the product, they that YouTuber referred them and that helped them make that sale. So they get a commission. They get a commission. That's what they call it in sales. It's a commission. They get commission. Um, so they were talking about that, the National Bicycle Dealer Association. But the bike shops are so greedy, and they get so angry, and they're like they didn't want to do that. Um, so I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't do it with multiple models. I would do it with like one of their popular models and maybe three different sizes. Something you don't want to take up all your floor space, because floor space is very valuable when you're having a brick and motor. Not that I would know, but from what I heard. So, and then the manufacturers, if they really want to, if they're just starting out, they're not popular. They should be paying the bike shops to have that on the sales floor. I wouldn't say an exorbitant amount, but yeah, there's a lot of retail game is just no bueno. It's not something to get into, no matter what you're selling. Uh, but let me see here. What was I gonna talk about? Talk about some incidents that I've seen. But yeah, I was talking about. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the future. No, let's talk about right to repair. There you go. That's what I was gonna talk. See, that's why I got notes. That's why I got my computer in front of me this time, and I got my mouse. So last time I had that little finger touchpad, and I don't like using it. Okay, right to repair, repair parts, and standardization. Now, this is an issue, a big issue especially in America. Um, I do keep an eye on that issue here in this country. Uh, some states have their own local stuff, but their own local laws uh, with right to repair, and that's just good because manufacturers have to give repair information in those states. Uh, but most of the states are not pro right to repair. Most of the legislation. Okay, so yeah, right to repair. Uh, they're talking about warranty and all that stuff. So bicycles are not. So some manufacturers want to withhold right to repair information and repair parts especially from bike shops and mobile bicycle repair businesses that don't sell their products, that don't sell their bikes. You need to be careful about those companies, because in the end, it's only going to hurt you. In the end, it's only going to hurt the consumer, and it's going to hurt the manufacturer that's selling the product. If they don't got repair parts in stock, they're only going to give them to the bike shop or what they call their authorized service um, providers. That's I think Bosque was doing that. I don't want to say that, but I heard some. I don't know. I'm not gonna. If I don't know for a fact, I'm not gonna say it. But I heard something like you can only go for their warranty. Let's just say for some company that if you don't take it to their authorized service representative, that you void the warranty. Now, I really don't like that with any product, especially with bicycles. But I mean, you can look at the car. Most of you probably drive cars, the new cars. It's out of control right now. But yeah, because you're not going to live. No bike company is so popular that you're going to live next to an authorized service center. Everybody who buys that bike is going to live. There's not that many bike shops, maybe in the city, but when you start getting to rural areas, which is most of the country, you're not gonna be there. So does that manufacturer have a lot of repair information on their website? Is it detailed enough? A lot of it's not detailed, just like with uh, like they say, it's easy to build their bicycle and tune it up. They put a video that leaves out so much detailed information. Trust me, I've made one detailed video. It took me 2 weeks to make, and that was just on how to determine your bicycle tire size. But I mean, it covered everything that you need to know. But yeah, look at Park Tool. Park Tool makes pretty good videos. I'm just gonna, it is what it is. But they make pretty good repair videos, but they're extremely detailed. Think about the amount of time that goes into making those videos, the amount of video editing, amount of thought. It's not easy, and these companies are not going to spend that type of money on making repair videos. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cash to be thrown around just to make videos on how to repair their bikes. But I mean, if you're mechanically inclined and you know about bikes, then you can watch a less detailed video and fix it easy, just like me. So, like I said, there was a bike company. I don't know if I said this on the first episode. I can't remember, but there was a bike company. They hired me to go out and replace like the LCD screen and the electronics in there. It was all plug and play. It was pretty simple, and they showed me a little couple minute video, 5 minute video of how to do that, and it wasn't that detailed, but I figured it out. It wasn't the hard thing was putting that little module box in the frame. That was a pain. But and also about standardization. There's not when it comes to regular bikes, there's a lot of standardization. Not everything, but most bikes, it's pretty standard. Like a regular bike is easy for me to fix. Or buy get replacement parts for. Some of them not. Like some guy, I think he had I don't know what he had, like Paul components on there. It's like some crazy expensive bike part. And I'm like, I think the brakes were Paul components or something like that. But they had these special brake pads you needed. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have those in stock. And I doubt any bike shop's going to have them in stock. And he went to one of the big popular chain brand bike shop over there by Confluence Park. And they didn't have them in stock. They go, we got to order them. So when you're buying something, make sure it's common. You know what I mean? If it's got rim brakes, it's common. The parts are common for it. But if it's disc brakes, make sure it has those common brake pads. A lot of these e-bikes, these cheap ones, are having these weird brake pad sizes. Can't really. Could probably make sure the manufacturer is selling brake pads. That's one thing I'm going to tell you about with like these e-bikes. If they're not selling their disc brake pads, I wouldn't buy from them. Or if they're not telling you where you can get them from, don't buy them. Because that's a problem with disc brakes in general, is that they're not. There's so many different little sizes of those brake pads. I'll put the most common size picture right here if I get to editing it. Um, but yeah, that's an issue with those cheap e-bikes. Even the expensive ones have these weird, unique, what's it called, that brake pad sizes. And I even told people, I'm like, I don't have those in stock. I doubt they can't find them at the bike shops. And I'm like, you need to contact the manufacturer and ask if you can buy them from them, or where to get them from. A lot of times it's those pump and dump scheme bikes. They won't even reply back to their email. Or if they do, it's like 2 weeks later. But yeah, standardization. Oh, I'm going to say this. I don't know if I talked about this in the last podcast, but there was one of the biggest e-bike companies. I'm not going to say the name, but this was an issue. They decided, and Schwinn did this back in the day. Schwinn did this, the biggest bike company did this back in the day. So this company, they came out with a 23-inch fat bike tire. Big white tire, 23-inch in diameter. That's the nominal size. If you don't know what nominal size is, Google it. If you're a plumber, you know what nominal size is. Or you're a pipe fitter, know what that is. It was nominal. So it was nominal size. Why did they make a 23-inch tire? There's only one reason why you're going to make a 23-inch tire. There's no 23-inch tire. They wanted to have control over their tires, the sales of their tires. So if I make a bike with a 23-inch tire, Um, I can't buy it from anywhere else. I can't buy it from any other manufacturer. You know, like say for example, a 26-inch tire, the most common bicycle tire size. St- been popular for probably 40 years, more, longer, longer, older than I am. Tire's still popular. Um, so they can't buy a 23-inch tire from any other brand. They have to buy it directly from that manufacturer. That's the biggest e-bike company I'm talking about. Uh, they want control over it. They So you have to buy it from them. They're making money off of tire. Now they're not only making money from bicycles, they're making money off of tire sales. You can't go anywhere else. You have to buy it because no other manufacturer is making a 23-inch bicycle tire. Say if they are making some other manufacturers making a 23-inch bicycle tire, they're only going to be able to sell it to people who buy that brand. And what if that brand stops being popular? They're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna, spend that kind of money into going into that market. But they are the most popular brand, e-bike brand in America. So um, probably don't have to worry about them going out of business. But the tire was crappy. You needed tannis armor anyways, but to put inside of it. But let me see here. So yeah, but Schwinn did that back in the day, and like if I see an old Schwinn, there was a 26-inch tire, and it's not really a 26-inch tire. It's slightly different in the bead seat diameter, and the only way you can only buy those tires online today, uh, from a very few online retailers. So if you want to restore that Schwinn bike, that cruiser, you gotta you gotta um you gotta buy it online. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people, I forgot who I saw, but they got that old school brick pattern on it. It's pretty cool. It's just a vintage look. Anyways, so yeah, right to repair. So your parts and everything, make sure that they sell like replacement parts. They got them in stock in the United States. Okay, a lot of these Chinese companies, or overseas companies, they're getting they're getting very advanced with selling here in America. So what they'll do is they'll ship a bunch of product here to the states. They'll buy their own warehouse, or they're working with somebody who has a warehouse to store their products. So they'll store a bunch of bikes, but they won't store a bunch of replacement parts. So when the company, like say somebody, I need a brake caliper or I need a part, they're like, is that warehouse in America? Ask them, do you got replacement parts here in the states in a warehouse, or any manufacturer? Ask them if they got. Do you have a lot of replacement parts? Do you have a lot of bikes here in the warehouse in the states? So that way, if something goes wrong, they can ship it to you right away. You know. Um, I don't know if I should talk about this. Fun fact: I used to live by a nuclear power plant, and I think when Japan they had the tsunami and it messed up the power plant. They didn't have. I don't know if they had replacement parts. They didn't have none. But after that happened, the power plant near where I lived, they built a warehouse, or I think they bought a warehouse, and they put replacement parts in that warehouse, maybe like 5 miles away from the facility. But the scary thing was they didn't have any replacement parts before that. So if something went wrong, it would have been bad. So I mean, your bike's not a nuclear power plant, but I mean, if you want to get back, some people they really love their bikes. They want to get back on the road fast, but yeah, that's a fun fact. I used to live by that power plant. That was scary when they barely built a warehouse with replacement parts nearby. But but yeah. So but yeah, the future but yeah, like DTC bicycles, they should be putting a lot of information out there to explain their products, not just rely on content creators or reviewers that get paid. for a little bit of money or just want free products. So they should be putting more detailed information on their website about their products. Should have good customer service support. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Um, but yeah, with the assemble information, yeah, they need to do more and better work on that, on assembly information, because people are not mechanically inclined. They they're not very good at, just can't build a bike. I'm sorry, but I've seen a lot in this business, and yeah, and the scary thing is some of these people are working on their cars, and I'm like, yeah, your brakes are gonna go out, and you're gonna be on the freeway. I'm all for right to repair, but some people should be repairing anything. Shouldn't be repairing nothing, especially not something that's going fast and weighs a ton, or you know. But uh, but yeah, the future of direct to consumer bicycles. This is what I would like to see in my perfect world. Um, yeah, I'd like to see mobile bicycle repair businesses um, be the future, be the main source of repair. I believe there shouldn't be bike shops. There should be bicycle repair shops, shops that have are significantly smaller. Of course, they're not retail businesses. They're just service businesses. They're for service. They're small, kind of like a little dry cleaner. You just go there to drop your clothes off. You don't go there to buy clothes. You go there to get your clothes pressed or tailored. You go there to do that. And then I like that model of manufacturers working with somebody who has a brick and mortar to let them test ride their bicycles, and uh, and then they get a commission. They get off of that sale. Um, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that's pretty good. I like to see manufacturers can set up a tent at an event and let people test ride their bikes and give them bike fits, and then tell them to give them a coupon code or a code to buy online. That's something that's pretty good. I see nothing wrong with direct to consumer. It's convenient, it's fast. You know, well, I don't really like stuff to be shipped to me because the shipping carriers these days just toss stuff around. But like the UPS will just throw your box and kick it, and no, I'm just joking. But yeah, they just you know, that's the only bad thing about it. But yeah, if they got their company here in the States, in America, I live in America. If they got this company here in America, if they got a warehouse here, they got spare parts, they got good customer service, then I buy from them. I would buy from them. But of course, do your research. It's on you to do your research. But you know, check it out. Um, but yeah, service. We got to move more to a service-based business. Is important for shops or people who are in the industry to focus on service, because there's no money in retail, which I don't see an issue with. I don't want to be a retailer, but yeah, that's where I see the future at. Uh, you know, Manufacturers letting people test ride their bikes, putting more information out there, educating consumers on bike fit, on their product, being transparent, not being a pump and dump scheme, being not withholding repair information from the consumer, and repair businesses. That's something that should be, you know, should be, that's where I see the future of direct to consumer. I'd really like to see that. Hopefully, I don't know if there's any other industry that has done that before. If there is, comment below. But I'd like to see that happen more. I keep thinking about like Carvana, that company. They had like the vending machine, the car vending machine. People go there and buy it, or they deliver it. I've seen that. I think they had a Carvana in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But maybe something like that. That'd be cool. Carvana for bicycles, or something like a vending machine with bicycles in it. That'd be pretty dope. I know in forgot what country it was. I think it was probably Norway or I think it was Japan maybe. But they had like a kind of like a but it was just for storage. It wasn't a vending machine, but it was basically like a vending machine, but you put the bike in the kind of like in a like a rack for the front of the bus, but it takes it and it goes up like an elevator and stores it in a space. But that was pretty cool. But that'd be cool, like something like that. That something for customers. They can buy it in a thing. I was thinking, they got all these the like the line bikes and the city bikes. The ones you rent out, and they're locked up. They you gotta pay to ride them. Why don't they have something like that where you pay to test it out? You pay to test it out. You go in there, probably like a building, probably not automated, all robotic. Go in there, give them your credit card information, boom, and you pay to go test ride the bike, bring it back, put it in the locker. You want to buy this bike online? Okay, fill out your information, and then they ship it to your house. That'd be pretty cool. Like this, pretty much an automated store. Just walk in there, and then the bikes are in lockers, are locked up, and you gotta pay to test ride them, and then that's a pretty good concept. So if you want to steal it, hey, go ahead. Any big bike companies out there. You don't have to deal with the what is it called? They call them, what is it? Independent bike dealer, independent bike shop, IBS, or BS or something. Is it independent bike shop, something like that? But you don't have to deal with them no more. You just open up a brick and mortar. Brick and mortar. People go there to pay you to test ride them because time is money. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Um, you could probably what about this? What if you buy a bike and then you kind of register your your contact information on the manufacturer's website, and then say somebody that lives nearby you. That way, if somebody lives nearby you wants to test that bike out, they can contact you, and you charge them to test ride that bike, or they pay the manufacturer. Like, hey, I want to test this bike out. Well, so and so got this bike right here. Set up an appointment. The manufacturer gets a cut, and the customer gets a cut. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool feature, a type of thing, because it costs money to be in every city. It costs money to do that, but yeah, just quality. Um, Another thing I'm talking about is the quality of these bikes. So I'm gonna go to another subject. The quality of these bikes, are they let me look. I gotta move the mic up. But the quality of the bikes. You can't really tell quality all the time by a video. You gotta touch it, you gotta feel it. Is it heavy? Is it durable? You could tell when something's cheaply made. So sometimes you gotta touch it, you know, in order to see if it's durable. So that's the issue with buying online. But if it's a reputable brand and if you've seen that bike in person, then yeah, I mean that's another thing. But yeah, just seeing that, just quality. Make sure that bike is good quality. Um, yeah, That's why I like buying steel bikes or aluminum, preferably steel. But carbon fiber I stay away from because it degrades over time. I hope this podcast was very educational and you learned a lot. I don't want to see anybody, make a very expensive mistake. I want people to get out there, enjoy their bicycle, enjoy themselves riding, have a good time. That's what it's about. So, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If not, that's okay. But leave me a comment. I like when people engage with the videos or the podcast. That's something I really I like. It makes me feel good, and I want to see people be more informed and educated because there's not a lot of this information out there. And guess what? I did this for free. Let me what was that? 4 letters, FREE, free. Okay, so be thankful, be grateful, because I did this so I could help the bicycle ecosystem here. I'm trying to. This is part of my. I'm part of the symbiotic relationship of the bicycle ecosystem. All right, but yeah, there's not a lot of that, not a lot of good information out there, and I said, you know what? I saw something missing, and I am going to make it. So, but yeah. Anyways, check out my website, um, www.bosquemobilebicyclerepair.com. Check out my social media. I'm on 10 different I'm on actually on 10 over 10 different social media platforms, but I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and what else? Rumble, Odyssey, YouTube. Uh, I just got on Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky right now too. I'm on Blue Sky. Check it out. But yeah, if you like, yeah, I hope you learned something. I know you did learn something if you listened to it. But yeah, have a great ride, everybody, and thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Have a great ride.